Hello guys, today we'll talk about the international trade and the specialization. Of course, you know that all countries are trading, and you will never find a country that is producing all the goods and services that they need and they are producing it domestically. But you may find that some countries they are famous for producing a certain good or providing a certain service. For example, you will find that USA they are famous for their aircrafts, the Spain they are famous for the olive oils, the Brazil they are famous for coffee. Being famous for producing a certain good or providing certain service, this is what we call it specialization. What is international specialization? This is when the countries specialize in the production of the goods and services that they are best able to produce. And they are best able to produce it because they have the natural resources and the human resources that is enabling them to do so. So, what is the benefits of specialization? Specialization allows the country to produce more of the goods and services that they are producing it efficiently. So when they are producing more of a certain good or service because they are efficient in producing it, so they are increasing the output, and as you know, increasing the output means that the businesses are expanding. Expanding the business means that they are increasing the employment because they are hiring more people, and increasing employment means that the incomes will rise, and so the living standards for the economy or for the whole country will increase. So, in case we know that countries they are specializing in the goods and services that they are best producing, so how they are satisfying their needs from the other goods and services that they are not producing in their country. So for the economies, in order to satisfy their needs, they will trade with other countries in order to obtain the goods and services that they want. So let us make a scenario to show you how countries trade. So assume that we have two countries, we have Chile and Taiwan, and each one of these countries they have only 100 workers. These 100 workers they are divided into half, 50 workers producing the music players and 50 workers they are producing wheat. Here using numbers you will see that Chile using 50 workers they can produce 40 units of music players, and using the same number of workers, Taiwan can produce 500, not only 400. Going to the other product, which is the wheat, using 50 workers, Chile is producing 35 tons of wheat and Taiwan is producing only 30. So this we say that in this case we say that Taiwan they have an absolute advantage in producing the music players, and Chile they have an absolute advantage of producing the wheat. So what is absolute advantage? It's when a country is able to produce a good or provide a service in an average cost which is lower than other countries. So going back to our example, if Taiwan has an absolute advantage in producing the music players, so they are going to specialize only in producing the music players, and instead of producing only 500 units, they are going to produce the double. They will use the total number of workers, the 100 workers, for only producing the music players, and they are going to trade with Chile to buy from them the wheat. So in case of a specialization, you will see here what are the benefits of specialization. You will see that when Taiwan specialized in producing the music players, the total output for the music players will be 1000 instead of only 500. And when Chile will specialize in the production of the wheat, they will produce 70 tons instead of the 35. So the total output for both products now will increase. Instead of before specialization we were only producing 900 units of music players and 65 units of or tons of wheat. Now after specialization we are producing 1000 units of music players and 70 tons of wheat. Okay, this was the case if one country is having an absolute advantage over the other. So what if the same country it has the absolute advantage in producing the two products? So which one of the products it's going to decide to specialize in? Let's check this example. Okay, here we have two countries, Japan and Germany, and we have two products. Japan is producing cars and televisions, and also Germany is producing the same two products. Here you can find that Japan is producing more of the cars and producing more of the televisions, so it has the absolute advantage in producing both products. So which product it's going to specialize in, this depends on the opportunity cost for leaving the other product. What does this mean? Okay, let's say that we are using half of our resources to produce the cars and half of our resources in producing televisions. So this half, let's say that this is the 50 workers. 50 workers can produce only 100 cars or produce 400 televisions. So in order for us to produce one car, we are going to give up the production of 4 televisions. We will only produce one car and not produce the 4 televisions. So the opportunity cost here for Japan to produce one car is that we will not produce 4 televisions, which is a high ratio. Okay, what about the Germany? For Germany, in order to produce one car, they are going to give up the production of only 2 televisions. So the opportunity cost here for Germany is lower. So Japan is going to specialize in producing the televisions, and Germany is going to specialize in the manufacturing of the cars. This means that Japan has a comparative advantage over Germany in producing the televisions. So what is comparative advantage? It's when a country can produce a good or a service with a lower opportunity cost than the other country. Okay guys, this was the first part in this chapter. Inshallah, we will continue the chapter in the next video.